Rhode Island's Beavertail State Park is best known for its iconic 1856 lighthouse. While the lighthouse is the highlight, there is so much more to see at this scenic and historic state park, and best of all, it's free. This AllTrails map shows the 3-mile loop which I hiked in a counterclockwise direction. There are 3 trails in the park. They are the red, blue, and green dot trails, and we'll cover all of them in that order. We're at Beavertail State Park in Jamestown, Rhode Island, and we're going to be hiking the red dot trail and whatever else comes our way. Well, I didn't necessarily want to start off with wet shoes, but there really wasn't much choice on this one. This area in the north contains some interesting remains. After searching on the internet, it appears that this was a top-secret radar test facility. Located in Fort Burnside, Spraycliff Radar Test Site was instrumental in developing and testing of the first successful radar of World War II. We're heading towards the water right now, but frankly there are tons of little herd paths in here, so I probably would recommend you have something like AllTrails to keep an eye on where you're going, especially since I don't think the red dots are placed very often along the trail. As we hiked south along the bluff, we were treated to many awesome views of the Narragansett Bay. This place is really beautiful. One of the things you have to be careful about is ticks. And I've got permethrin treated clothing, but I'm still going to be checking myself. That was a pretty cool, I don't know, call it a blowhole if you will, but the water came crashing in and then shot straight up. This is a beautiful area. I didn't realize we would be so high on the bluffs and get such great views. I think this is worse than the last one, but we're gonna give it a shot. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm wet. Not sure when we hit the blue dot, but this is the first time I'm seeing it. We're now on the blue dot trail. Well, I knew I wasn't going to see a bear on this trail. I wasn't expecting a skunk. I think I got to give this guy a wide berth. Thankfully, when he looked up from eating and saw me, he scooted off into the bushes. This open field with an adjacent parking area is a popular location for park visitors. The first Beavertail Lighthouse was built in 1749 and was the premier lighthouse in Rhode Island and third in the country following the 1716 Boston Harbor Light and the 1746 Great Point Light on Nantucket. The present granite lighthouse was constructed in 1856 and remains an iconic landmark for Rhode Islanders and visitors to the Ocean State. The tower is almost 41 feet tall and 10 feet wide. The lighthouse, which was automated in 1972, still serves its original purpose. There are many signs and placards that provide insight and historical context for the casual explorer. Visitors are encouraged to check out the museum and small aquarium. The Beavertail Lighthouse Museum's summer hours are 10:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. daily, and museum admission is free. On select days, visitors can climb the 49 steps to the top of the tower for a $5 donation. This concrete foundation once supported the original 1749 Beavertail Lighthouse. It was designed by Peter Harrison, America's first architect. The octagonal lighthouse was made of wood and it burned down in 1753. A second lighthouse made of stone was erected on this foundation that same year. The second lighthouse was intentionally burned by the British in 1779 as they departed Rhode Island. It was repaired and continued to serve until replaced by the present granite lighthouse in 1856. As we travel around the east side of Beavertail, we see our first signs of Fort Burnside. Established in 1942, the World War II era coastal fortification was named for Major General Ambrose E. Burnside, a U.S. Civil War general, governor, and senator. The strategic location of Beavertail provided protection of the two coastal passages from the Atlantic Ocean to the Narragansett Bay. The fort was comprised of an elaborate harbor entrance command post structure in the center of the fort and two gun batteries built on the east and west side. The HECP was constructed of reinforced concrete with a wooden facade to look like a large wooden beach cottage. Today, the building is home to the Fort Burnside Communication and Coastal Defense Museum, a by-appointment only museum. Although not on our hike, the West Gun Battery, Battery 213, was visible from the road on our way out of the park. The fort's military service ended in 1978.
So Jamestown sits in the middle of Narragansett Bay. On one side is the town of Narragansett and on the other side is the town of Newport. Right now we are looking east at Newport.
Continuing north on the east side of the park, we follow the Green Dot Trail.
Now we're on the Green Dot Trail, heading north, and when we're done with this, it should dump us back out almost where our car is.
This interesting structure appears to be another Fort Burnside remnant.
Let me give you my final thoughts on the trail. We did the red dot, the blue dot, followed by the green dot. The hike is 3.5 miles total, including the paved road around the lighthouse itself. There's a museum here. I didn't get to the museum, but there's also some history. There's definitely some old forts, maybe two sets of old forts. One that was maybe from the 17 or 1800s, and certainly one that looks like it was from the World War II era. I'll do a little bit more research on that. You probably have already heard about it in the video. The other thing I want to mention is that it was a little bit wet. Definitely want to go maybe in the summer after it's been dry a little bit. We've had an awful lot of rain lately. The views were phenomenal. Everywhere you turned on all three trails, you got nice views. And even if you don't want to hike, you have lots of parking spots. You could see an awful lot just by getting out of your car and walking to the edge of the bluff. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you out here on the next one. Take care.